the Cuban Cuga, Anna Fernandez, coming up next on the Chris Top program.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a lot of back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web, was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
You are absolutely, positively, 100% for sure in the right place. I'm the one and only Chris Top with the one and only, the Cuban Cuga. Is that how you say it?
That's my invented word, Cuga. That's a Cuban Gringa.
A Cuban Gringa. And see, I feel cool when I say it like that. See, I'm not saying
Yeah,
cougar, I'm saying
Cuga.
It's got some attitude behind it.
It's got the attitude of the Cubanos.
I have no idea what you're saying. Okay, so you're coming back from Las Vegas, and you've already told me, you've already established the fact that you're not going to tell me anything.
Not a damn word. Sorry about that.
I guess you get in enough trouble in Nashville where we could talk about that, huh?
Yeah, I get in enough trouble pretty much everywhere I go.
Now,
It's always been that way, Chris.
you know, it's okay though. It's okay, and I still love you, and I don't judge you.
I know you don't. That's why you're the only man I like talking to. The only man on the radio I like talking to.
Now, do you tell that to all the guys or just me?
Well, you're the only radio man I like talking to.
I got you. Well, see, that makes me feel really good. And you know,
It should make you feel good, and I really mean it too.
well, thank you so much. You know, I told myself I wasn't going to talk about the TV show because I want to talk about you. But I do want to bring this up real quick because I've had an opportunity to talk with just about almost everybody from Private Lives of Nashville Wives. And you are all just the sweetest women I've ever met.
Yeah, you don't really know us that well, do you?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you know, but I mean, at a glance, you know, when I first talked to Erica, I love her to death.
She is great. The girls are all really great.
Yeah, and Cassie, you know, I had a good talk with her and Gary, and just super, super sweet. So I don't know, because when people watch these shows, they get this visualization in their mind, you know, about how somebody is, and it just it's not right unless you actually sit down and talk to somebody, I think. But I mean, you're just a lovely person. You really are.
Inside and out.
Inside and out, through and through. And I'm going to ask you, now there are people in the chat. We've got Doug in the chat. We've got two Dougs in the chat. Doug and we've got Dougie. We've also got Amy in Atlanta.
Doug.
Amy in Atlanta. I think you know Amy.
You know what? I do know Amy. We met through the show, and she's one of our favorite people. She comes and hangs out with Betty and I in Nashville now.
Well, she's in the chat, so she's listening. So you guys, if you have any questions at all, go ahead and throw them out there. Now, if they're about Vegas, I can't guarantee an answer. But I have other things that I want to talk to you about. And now I've been doing some research, and I am so impressed with you because the first time we talked, it was all about the show, but now I want to peel back some layers, and I really want to get to know you. And we have a couple things in common.
Do we?
We do. We really do.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, now we were both born the same year, 1971.
Nice. Nice.
My son's name is Christian.
Oh, you're kidding. That's a really big thing. Two big things we have in common.
Two giant things.
Giant things. Wow.
Yeah, so see, we're connected in one way or another.
Yes, we are.
I think, yeah. Now, you have so many accomplishments, I feel like, and we're not going to have time to go over them all because we're limited. But out of everything, before I even get started, what would you say is your biggest life accomplishment so far?
My incredible boob job.
That's not true. That is not true.
I'm kidding.
Now, it probably is incredible.
I would say it's my kids.
No, I knew you were going to say that too. Now, Christian is the oldest, and Gigi, she's the second one, right?
Yes, my little Gigi burger.
Okay. Now Christian was born in 92, and then Gigi was 2002.
And 10 years later, yeah.
Okay. So now, do you have a great relationship with them both? Do you see them both pretty regularly?
I have a wonderful relationship with Gigi, and with my son, it's a difficult relationship. The last time that I saw him was in July, and I hadn't seen him for 2 years before that.
Oh, how hard is that for a mother? I mean, I couldn't imagine.
It's horrible. It's like, I mean, I've done everything from crying to screaming to begging, and my big sister and her husband, they always tell me, Anna, kids, they become a certain age and it's like something else takes over them. You don't know who they are, but they always come back. I know that when I was his age, I didn't talk to my mom. I left. I got married. I thought I knew everything. And I guess he's kind of going through his own things as well. But,
sure.
It's his voice telling me, I guess he was mad that I did too much or did too little. It's tough, and all parents are going to go through, and you just got to love them while they're going through it. They will be back.
Sure. And that's all we can, all we can do is the best that we can do, and then we just have to let them go. I guess.
Yeah, and like we're talking now more than we have in a long, long, long time. And it's great. I'm glad it's now and it wasn't before, because we would have been arguing a lot. I've been able to let it go, and so has he.
Mm-hmm. Now, where is he at now?
And he needed to go out and he's in Boston. He needed to go out and get some life experience and realize that, hey, you know what? My mom might have done this to me, but all in all, she's been a great mom, and I think he's figured it out now.
Now, he's a handsome guy. I saw a picture of you two together.
He's so handsome, isn't he?
Yes.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree in my house.
No, I know that. I want to touch on, before we get too personal, I do want to touch on your business just a little bit, because, again, I was impressed, because I'm not even exactly 100% sure what you do, because there are a lot of big words associated with this. But I know it has to do with glass and glazing.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me what this is.
Well, I am a glass and glazing systems integrator. Basically, what I do is I sell fabricated glass to high-rise buildings. If the skin of a building is glass, I sell the glass, the aluminum, the curtain wall, all of that stuff. That's my business. I'm nationally certified as a female business enterprise and as a minority business enterprise, which is an excellent opportunity for people to get a lot of government work and lots of universities and stuff like that. And I work in construction.
Yeah, now what a great
and we're a PR hat.
What a great example you are, and a role model, I think, just for any young woman, regardless of her ethnic background, but just any young woman, I think, that wants to really get out there and make it in the world and compete with these men.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Women don't realize that there's a lot for them to do in the construction business. And it's like a trade job. And you can go out there and have a job immediately, whether it's driving heavy machinery or hammering a hammer. If they were to find out more about it, they could see that they could do it, and it's really good money. I like having my own business. I could never work for somebody else and have someone else tell me what to do. I'm not good with being told what to do.
I would have never guessed
like the fact that, I kind of like being the only female in this industry, because, it's been fun to take over.
Sure. I could imagine, and I'm looking at some of the buildings that you've that your work is on, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I've got some pretty great buildings, from Las Vegas City Hall to UMass in Boston or Berkeley in Boston. I'm when I first got started, and I did it for the money, and then and I wasn't so happy. But then when I started seeing some of these beautiful buildings that I'm leaving behind for, that I can drive my kids by, that makes me really proud.
Well, it should make you proud. And I mean, you're so talented. And when you first, I guess when you were younger, I think I read something where you tried your hand at theater and I guess music and the arts, that type of thing, and then you decided that you were more of an entrepreneur. So what was the decision there that made you switch from using one side of your brain to the other?
It was, if you were to ask me which one made me happier, working in film and production made me a lot happier than working in construction. Mm-hmm. And I think I did it mainly for money, to make more money.
Okay. So
money isn't the key to happiness. And, it took me going away from my love to figure that out.
But are you at the point in your life now where you can go back and maybe pursue some of that stuff again now?
Yes, I am.
Well, is there anything in the works, or is that top secret, or?
Well, yeah, there is some great stuff in the works, and I would, if Betty were on this call right now, I'd share it with you. And I'm going to make you promise, Chris, you're going to be the first person that I share it with. But when I have Betty on the phone,
that makes me feel so good. I see. You make me so excited every time I get motivated when I talk to you. I don't even know why.
I know. I can hear it in your voice.
I don't even know why.
You really do. I know. But you're great to talk to, and Betty should be on the call when we tell you what's going on, because you're gonna love it, and you're gonna be the first person to put it out there in the world.
Oh, I'm gonna harass her.
It should be you.
I'm gonna harass her.
Yes.
I will. I'll harass the heck out of her till we get both you guys on the show. Now, I've got a test for you. Are you ready? Are you ready for a quick test?
I'm ready.
Because I was stalking your Facebook, and I came across this little post that you left. It's about Latinas, and the headline on it is "Latinas do it better."
Yes, we do.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you all of the things that are on the little post on the picture, and I just want you to tell me, if it's true or not, because I want to hear it from you.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm ready. I'm sure all the other listeners do as well. Now, number one on the list is Latinas have the sexiest accents. Now, I can answer that myself, I think, but I think that Latinas have very, very sexy accents. Now, why is that? You think? Why do you think that we're turned on by hearing your accents like that?
I don't know why we're turned on by my accent, but let me tell you, it never fails.
Do you use it to your advantage when you go out when you're like out on the town and you're talking to men? It's an advantage that I have. Are you ever
it's one that I've been blessed with.
Now, this is off the list, but are you ever going to settle down? I mean, is it just incredibly hard for you to find the right guy that can keep up with you? Because I think that's the real problem. The guys just can't keep up with you.
No, they can't. They just but that's a really good question that you just asked me. You got to shuck a lot of oysters to find a pearl, and I've been doing a lot of shucking in my young life. But I got to tell you, I think there's a pearl in the works. Finally.
Oh, so you think you've met somebody?
Yes. Oh. Well, I know I met him.
Oh, so okay. Can I ask any questions about him, or is that?
Of course, ask away.
All right, well, who is he?
He is this really hot Indiana guy.
Okay.
And here's the bad thing, Chris. I mean, I'll tell you anything. Okay. I was dating this guy in Nashville. Uh-huh. And he says, hey, my friend's on his way over here, and so you're going to get to meet him. And here comes walking in this guy that when I laid my eyes on him, I was like, holy crap, who is that man walking in? And it was my ex-boyfriend's buddy.
Oh.
And I looked at the guy that I was with, and I said, you know what? If I wasn't with you, I just need you to know I'd be with him.
You actually said that?
I said it.
Wow.
And then I dumped